Hello, good early evening, everyone. Are you guys ready to practice? Today I'm going to be, my name is Marsha Y, for those of you who don't know me. I'm going to be teaching Hatha Level 2 class today. So if you guys have blocks, if you have a belt or a strap, and maybe a blanket, then grab those. If not, you don't really need the props, but if you have the props, it would be best, okay? So are you guys ready to practice? Let's start by sitting on a block, or you can sit on the blanket if you have one. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you all. Okay, so, I might have to turn off the comments right now because it's kind of blocking the view of the picture. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the comments right now, even though I love to see your comments. But you can always give me hearts. Okay, I've turned off the comments now, so it's easier to see. Okay, let's start by sitting, crossing your shin bones in Swastikasana. Widen your seat, and then place your knees directly below your feet. Sorry, your feet below your knees. And then you can go ahead, close your eyes, taking a moment to center ourselves before we start the practice. Relaxing your feet, relaxing your knees, and softening the belly. Find your breath through your nose, inhaling and exhaling. Begin to make your breath longer and slower. Feel your seat to the block or the mat, and then lengthen your spine, lifting your chest, draw your shoulders back and down. Relax your eyebrows, relax your jaw, relax your neck. With your eyes closed, feel yourself looking forward, straight forward, rather than down or up. So aligning our necks, our heads on our necks. Find the breath. Bring your hands to your heart center, placing your thumbs at the center of your sternum. Let's begin today's practice with one Om together. Take a deep inhale. Om. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, bow your head to your heart. We give thanks to this practice, this time, and just the ability to practice yoga online so that we can all get together, even though we're secluded in our own homes, to practice together. We also give thanks to all the teachers who have paved the way before us. Namaste. Hey everyone. Remove your block or your blanket, and we'll start in a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, setting your hands shoulder width distance apart, spreading your fingers, squeeze your legs straight, squeeze your arms, squeeze your legs. Now placing the feet hip width distance apart, and then looking towards your feet, making sure that they're parallel to your mat. So you might need to make your heels slightly wider. Then draw the inner heel towards the outer heel, feeling the opening of your hips. Bring your hips up to the ceiling. Ground the heels to the floor. Draw your chest towards your shins. Broaden your shoulders. Squeeze your legs, squeeze your arms. Bring your heels down towards the floor. Stretch. Good. Walk forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bringing your feet hip width distance apart, grab your elbows. Inhale, exhale, draw your elbows towards the floor. Again, widen from the inner heel towards the outer heel, and then you'll feel the widening in the hips. Bring the weight forward into your toes and squeeze the knees straight. So sometimes when you you bring the weight forward into your toes, you'll feel like you're going to fall. That's when you squeeze your knees straighter. Good. Release the arms and then hold the other elbow now. Good. Place your hands, downward facing dog. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs. Broaden those shoulders. The knees to the floor. Let's come in Vajrasana, so both knees are together, heels together. Interlace your fingers, palms forward and up. Making sure you touch all of your fingers. When you look up towards your palms, they should be going straight up, so nobody with the arms here. Keep your arms by your ears. Squeeze your arms straight, draw your belly in, and make your side body long. So you feel an active stretch with your arms, but you draw the shoulders down. Let's turn to your right. Turning from the back of the left rib, roll your belly to the right. Squeeze the arms by your ears. Don't let the arms come forward. And back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left side. Once again, squeeze the arms by your ears, keeping the palms going straight up to the ceiling. Turn the chest. Back to center and release your arms. Interlace your other fingers, palms forward and up. Inhale, lengthen. Push the palms up so all your fingers are touching. Draw your belly in, lengthen your spine, and relax the shoulders down as you turn to your right again. Turning from the back of your left rib and back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left side. Keep your arms by your ears. Turning from the back of the right rib and back to center. Release your arms. Come to your knees, open your feet, and then roll your calf muscles away from you as you sit between your heels. If you need a block, grab a block, sit on the block. Inhale, reach your arms up. And we're going to turn to the right side, keeping your arms by your ears. So the tendency is to do this, right? We want to keep the arms by your ears, squeeze the arms straight, and turn. Back to center. Inhale and turn. Keep the arms by your ears. Good, back to center. Turn again, this time left hand outside of the right thigh, and then right fingertips behind you, or if you need the block because you're sitting on a block, you take the block, okay? Turn. So making the shoulders even to the right side of the room. Back to center. Turn again. Using that right hand to pull the left thigh, and then pushing the left fingertips to the floor or the block. Making sure that your body is not leaning back. Inhale, back to center. Turn again, other side. This time you can turn your palm out and then catch the left foot. Open the chest. So this is what it looks like from the back. Catching the foot from behind. You open the chest. So I'm not catching it like this. Then my shoulder goes in. Open up the shoulder. Good, back to center. Turn to the left side and catch your right foot. I know the image might not be the same side I'm doing, because I think that when you do the live stream, it actually does the mirror reflection of what I'm doing. So don't get confused. Listen to what I say, okay? And back to center. Exhale, release. Staying in Virasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Turn your right palm out. Bring it behind you. And walk your right arm up as high as you can. Then interlace the fingers. So this is where, if you need to use like a small towel or the strap, you can use the small towel or strap. or maybe even a shirt, or as Patrick would say, an old tie. Okay. Relax the shoulders, bringing that left elbow away from you. So you're reaching the left elbow up towards the ceiling. And release. Inhale, reach up. Turn the left palm out and then bring it behind you. Adho Mukha arms. There's always one side that's better. Okay, point that right elbow up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders, but keep the clasp strong. And release the arms. Downward facing dog. Squeeze the legs straight. Okay, come to child's pose. We're going to bring the knees together in child's pose, and then you're going to hook the thumbs behind you, placing your forehead to the floor. Reach the arms up and over your ear. Really pull the thumbs away from each other and squeeze the arms straight. And release. Other side. Hook the other thumb, squeeze the arms straight, reach the arms up and over your head. And release. Okay, next pose, Shirshasana, which is headstand. The headstand like this, okay? If you need a wall, you go to the wall and you put your knuckles at the wall, okay? Keeping your elbows shoulder width distance apart. We're gonna hold this for 3 minutes, okay? So set your hands. Make sure your elbows are shoulder width distance apart and then crown of the head to the floor. Squeeze the legs straight, walking closer, and when you're ready, go up. Squeeze your legs. Bring the feet together. And then use the wrists and really push the wrists into the floor. So they're firm to the floor and the forearm is firm to the floor. Draw the outer arms inwards. Make your neck long and shoulders away from your ears. Draw the tailbone into the body, making sure that there's no back bend. Bring your biceps away from your ears. Inner edges of the feet go up towards the ceiling. It's actually much harder to hold this pose with straight legs than to do all those variations with the legs. So holding this for 3 minutes, straight legs, is actually much more challenging. We've already held it for more than 1 minute, almost coming to 2 minutes. Remember to feel the wrists down on the floor, making the wrists heavy and the forearms heavy. Shoulders away from the ears, so your neck is nice and long. That's 2 minutes. We have 1 minute left. Keep squeezing your legs. So this is not a relaxed pose, but when you find the right position and you find the center, you will feel a lightness, and sometimes when you close your eyes, you can fall asleep. One day. Make the crown of your head heavy to the floor. Try not to move around on the head. Keep the head firm, so the crown of the head is firm on the floor. Now keeping the head firm on the floor, don't move the head around, and slowly come down halfway, and then we come down all the way. Child's pose. Reach your arms forward, knees apart, feet together. How was that? Not too bad, huh? Let's sit on our feet and then turn the neck to the right. Turn your neck to the left. And then we go stand up. Tops of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, hold. Don't touch the floor, point your toes, thighs off the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands and jump. Inhale, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfward lift. Place your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Notice I'm holding here with the thighs and the chest off the floor. Then you point your toes and upward facing dog. Thighs are never touching the floor. Tai bé唔可以掂到，大髀唔可以掂到地下。Look forward and jump. Inhale, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach up, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfward lift, downward facing dog. Plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, jump. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach up, and exhale. Again, inhale, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfward lift, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, jump. Inhale, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Tadasana. Last one, inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfward lift. Place your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Let's hold this position for a few breaths. Find your breath here. One more breath in. And exhale. Come to your knees. Okay. You're going to sit down. Bring your feet together in Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. From there, reach behind you and shift your hips forward more. Okay, if you're one of those people with the knees high up, then you sit on a block, okay? From there, ground the left side with your left elbow. Use your right hand and push the thigh open. Good. Back to center, other side. And back to center. Reaching forward now. No need to be aggressive. Start to relax your hips. And whenever you feel like they're relaxing, you reach further and further forward. Until maybe you're going to touch your forehead. Slowly inhale, come up. Release the knees, shake it out. Come back to Baddha Konasana. Grab underneath your right foot. We're coming into Padmasana, so right foot and then left foot. If you only have one leg, then you keep the other foot in Swastikasana, okay? From here, you're gonna lay down, catch the tops of your toes, and slowly bring your knees down. You might have to wiggle a little bit to bring the knees down. Once you have the knees down, if you feel comfortable, release the feet. Reach your arms over your head and hook your thumbs. hips to open. Good, inhale, bring the knees up and sit up. Release the legs. Dandasana, back to Baddha Konasana. And then right leg, left leg. Padmasana, lotus pose. Grab the tops of your feet. Oh, you can roll down first. Grab the tops of your feet and then slowly bring the knees down. No need to go fast, go slowly. If you feel comfortable, you reach the other, hook the other thumb and reach the arms over your head. Stretch your body nice and long. Relaxing the belly, relaxing the thighs, opening up the hips. Good, slowly come up. Release the legs, Bandhasana, squeeze the legs straight. And then downward facing dog. Okay. Look between your hands, jump forward. Inhale, halfward lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. Palms facing forward, lifting your chest. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. Grab underneath your right foot. Both hands underneath. And then bring your foot as high up as you can. Then slowly drop the right knee into a Padmasana shape. Okay, some of you might be here. If you can reach your right hand to grab your toe, then you do that. Reach your left arm up. Everybody can fold over. Keeping the standing leg straight the whole time, reach all the way down. Hug the right knee into the left knee. Bring your chest towards your shin. And see if you can grab your ankle with your left hand. Keeping the chest towards your left shin. If you fall, just come back into it. Good, release the hands to the floor. Slowly come down. Okay, from here, toe stand, bringing one hand at a time to your heart. Ooh, very difficult. And release. Straighten your left knee, come all the way back up. And release your leg. Okay, other side. Grab underneath the left foot. Bring your foot up as high as you can. Then slowly drop the left knee down into Padmasana, lotus, half lotus. Reach behind, grab your foot. Then stretch your right arm up, squeezing the standing leg straight as you slowly fold over. Okay, bring your chest towards your right shin. Fold over. Hug your left knee in closer towards your right knee. And if you can, grab your ankle with your right hand. Good, slowly bring your hands to the floor. Toe stand. Bend your right knee. Okay, sitting your trunk straight. Bring both hands to your heart. Ooh. You fall out, come back into it. It's difficult for me too. Good, hands to the floor, straighten your right knee. Both arms all the way up. Ooh. And slowly release. Shake it out, Tadasana. Come back to the tops of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfward lift. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands and jump. Inhale, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, Tadasana. Come to the center of your mat. Now, if you need the blocks for Trikonasana, then you put them to the back right here, and you stand in the center of the mat. Bring your hands to your heart, open your elbows, and jump. Get a wide stance, keeping the feet underneath your wrists. Right foot in, left foot out. Trikonasana. Reach your right hand outside of your right foot, or place the block underneath your shoulder. Lengthen the right side and turn your chest. Ground the outer edge of the left foot and the inner edge of the right foot to the floor. Squeeze your knees straight. Turn your chest, drawing that right shoulder forward and up. Turn the chest. Tailbone into the body. Good. Inhale, come back up. Right foot in, left foot out. Trikonasana, left side. Again, lengthen that left side. Make the right foot, outer edge of the right foot heavy, then the inner edge of the left foot heavy. Squeeze both legs, draw the tailbone into your body, and then draw the left shoulder forward and up as you turn. Turn the body. Reach your arm up. Left shoulder forward and up, turn. Good, inhale, come back up. First side again, left foot in, right foot out. Trikonasana. Remembering to lengthen that right side. Second round, you should feel a little bit more open. So if you want to make the block a lower level or maybe touch the floor, that's fine as well. Squeeze the legs, turn the chest. Inhale, come up. Second side. Squeeze your legs, reach. Lengthen the left side of your body. Squeeze your legs. Draw that right shoulder forward. So your left shoulder and your right shoulder should be on top of each other. Turn the chest. Squeeze your legs. Don't let your left leg straighten. Squeeze your legs. And inhale, come up. Turn your left foot in, hands to your heart, open your elbows and jump. Come to the tops of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, place your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Look between your hands, jump. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach up, and exhale. Again, inhale, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, place your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Stay in down dog. Again, squeezing your knees, squeezing your arms, stretching both your arms and legs away from each other. Bring your knees to the floor. Sit down. Okay, abs time. Grab your blocks. If you don't have blocks, you don't need the blocks, but it will be easier if you have your blocks, okay? So bring your blocks next to you. My students know what's coming, right? Bring your feet up, wrap behind your thighs. Option one is to stay here. Actually, this is level 2, so you should bring your legs straight up and reach forward. Drawing your belly in, lengthen your spine. I think we're running a little bit behind. I have to speed up. Lucky you, I'll have to speed up. Okay, Ardha Navasana. Bring your arms over your head for option 2 if you can. You would have your arms straight. I'm blocked by the mirror. Okay, arms forward, Navasana. Right shin in front. Okay, option to lift your hips up for option 1. Option 2, feet off the floor. Option 3, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Had to make it harder for level 2, right? Okay, second set. Hands behind your thighs, arms straight, legs straight. Reach your arms forward. Don't worry, this one will go a little bit faster. Ardha Navasana. Let's bring your hands behind our head and round your upper back, keeping your eyes and your feet at one level. Hands forward, Navasana. Oops. Left shin in front. Hips up. Feet up. Or straight legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, down. Good job, you guys. Malasana. Feet together, knees apart, reach forward. Good, let's go for first round of Bakasana, setting your hands. Bring your knees up onto your arms and go. I expect most of you for level 2 know how to do Bakasana. Round your upper back, bring your feet closer to your hips. Hugging everything in, shoot back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Again, squat. Open your knees. This time, reach behind your ankles and round your upper back, bringing your forehead closer to the floor. Good, second round. Place your hands, Bakasana. Go up. Bring your feet higher up towards your hips. Hugging everything in. Maybe squeezing the arms straighter by bringing the hips down and rounding the upper back. Now shoot back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And child's pose. Open your knees wide, feet together, reach forward. How are you guys doing? I'm sweating a lot. I don't know about you. Let me make sure that we're on time. Okay, I still have. Okay, let's go for pigeon prep. Just kind of like a resting pose for you guys. Open your right knee wider than your shoulder. Flex your back foot. Turn your right knee in, your left knee in, pointing down towards the floor. Then bring the knee down, point your toe, and then you can reach forward. Now, if you're more open in the hips, you can bring that right foot up higher so that's more parallel to your right knee. Okay, then we reach forward. I'm just a few minutes behind schedule. So let's go pigeon other side. Open your left knee. And then flex your back foot, turn your right foot in, drop the right knee, and then point your toe. Maybe bring that left foot up higher. Reach forward, pigeon. So in some ways, it's not really a completely relaxing pose because you really want to work on drawing that right hip forward and squaring the hips. Otherwise, you'll feel nothing if you just allow your hips to open. So really work on squaring the hips in this position and drawing that right hip forward. You'll feel more of the stretch. Okay, downward facing dog. Come to your knees. Pincha Mayurasana. That is forearm stand. So we're going to do this with a block and strap if you have it. When you place the strap on, you want the strap to be about shoulder width distance apart, and then you're going to bring the strap higher than your elbows so that when you bend your elbows, it's just there. You don't want it too high either, okay? So just above the elbow crease. The hands will go on the block like this. Okay, so classic hand position. If you need the wall, you put the block against the wall and then you go into the pose, Pincha Mayurasana. If you don't need it, then you can go in the middle of the room. Okay, so go ahead, set yourselves. I'm going to look at the timer. We're going to do 1 minute, just once. Ready? Both legs straight. And go up. Make the inner wrist heavy, keeping your whole hand down to the floor. The belt should help you hold yourself in this position longer. So the belt and the block will really help you in this pose. But keep making your wrist, the inner wrist, heavy to the floor. Don't lose the contact of the hands. Really ground them to the floor. And then lift your sternum. Lift your sternum. Oh dear, I forgot what time we went up. I think it was 15. So we have 10 seconds left. Squeeze your legs. And come down. Okay, remove the belt. Come into a child's pose. And come up. Next pose is Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, which is handstand. So if you need the wall for handstand, you bring your hand about one hand, a little bit more than one hand distance apart from the wall. Hands are shoulder width distance apart. You look at the floor, mong deha, mong between your hands, mong deha, okay? Mo mong hao min. And then when you kick, you bring one foot in. This leg is straight. Then you bend this foot to kick, okay? You want the hips to go up. You bend and kick. When you're against the wall, you need to hug the feet together, and just the heel is touching, not the whole body, okay? You need to push the floor, and just your heel is touching. Draw the belly in and push the floor. Okay, we're gonna hold this for 1 minute, so go ahead and set yourselves up. We're holding for 1 minute. 1 minute. And sure, if you have balance and you want to try to balance in the middle of the room, go for that. Okay, when you're ready, we kick up. Go ahead and kick up. Squeeze your legs. Push into the arms. Oh, it's hard to talk and do this at the same time. How do you do it, Patrick? Keep squeezing your legs. If you come down, go back up. And then come down. Uttanasana. Place your hands underneath your feet. Tadasana. So we're only doing that for 1 round. Inhale, come up. Stand at the tops of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfward lift. Place your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands and jump. Inhale, halfward lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfward lift. Place your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward and downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Okay. Gonna have to skip one of these poses. Okay. Look between your hands, jump forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, Tadasana. Feet together. Okay, Right foot over your left thigh. Number 4 position. Reach your arms up. Utkatasana. Sit down low, opening up your hips. Place your hands in prayer, and then hook your right elbow over your right foot. Some of you might stay here in prayer. Others, reach your arms open, and then slowly turn, maybe look up. Good. Look down, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Second side. Number 4. Inhale, reach your arms up. Utkatasana. Hands to your heart. And twist over to the other side. Take the same option. And slowly fold over. Uttanasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Come down. Okay, we're gonna go into Bakasana again. Make sure there's room on your mat. So don't come to the very top of your mat. We're gonna come into Bakasana. So if you would follow me, come to Bakasana. Bringing your feet up high. Bend your elbows slowly and bring the crown of your head down to the floor. Now lift your knees up, knees to the ceiling, legs straight, tripod. Bring your legs down halfway, straight, and then bend your knees into like a teddy bear. Bring your knees onto your arms, drop your hips, lift your head off the floor. And come down. Does that make sense? So we're going to try to go from Bakasana into tripod headstand. Then you come back into Bakasana, and then you can see how many times you can do that without touching your feet to the floor. Maybe aim for 3 times, okay? So let's do that together. Come into Bakasana. Slowly bring your head down. Legs up, tripod. Bring your legs straight down. Bend your knees into your chest, onto your arms. Drop your hips. Bakasana. Hug everything in. That's 1. Head to the floor. Whoops. Oh, I touched the floor. And headstand. Try not to touch the floor. Back. Bakasana. Head down. Headstand. Last time. Bring your legs down onto your arms. Drop your hips. Bakasana. And feet to the floor. How did you do? Okay? I hope so. Open your knees, feet together, and come into a child's pose. See if we have time. We don't really have time for what I wanted to try. Let me think. Okay, I'll cut a little bit so that we can do this one. Okay. Let's set up for Ekapada Galavasana. So if you remember for that one, we start number 4. So let's do it together. Number 4, just like we did before in Utkatasana, hands to the floor, okay? Wrap the right foot around your left arm, drop the right knee onto your right arm, and we go for the arm balance. So you need to wiggle your left foot back and come into Ekapada Galavasana. Maybe your foot comes up, or maybe you can stretch it out. Good. Uttanasana. Inhale, come up. And exhale, Tadasana. Let's try the other side. Left leg, number 4. Reach your arms up, Utkatasana. Hands to your heart, reach the floor. Hook the left foot over your right shoulder. Drop the knee onto the left arm. Now, hug the elbows in. Wiggle your right foot back. Lean forward. And right foot up. Maybe back. Ekapada, Galavasana. Flying pigeon. And then come back down. Uttanasana. Woo! Okay. Come into child's pose. I fear that I might run out of time, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from Bakasana into tripod headstand, and then we're gonna try to go into Galavasana. So you need to bring your foot first onto your arm, and then slowly come up, okay? So let's try together because I have no time to demo it. Okay, so let's come into Bakasana first. Bring your feet to your hips, slowly drop your head down. Tripod. Now in tripod, bring your right foot into a number 4 position, right above your left thigh. Then bend your left knee back. So your left foot is touching your hip, your buttocks. Then you drop your right knee down, and then hook that shoulder. Remember, hook that shoulder. Okay. Then we drop the hip and come up. Ekapada Galavasana. Lift your leg up. Yes. Come back down, head to the floor. Back into headstand, tripod. Woo, that was tough. Okay, other side, left leg, number 4. Bend your right foot so the right heel is touching your buttocks. Then drop the legs down. Hook the right foot over the right shoulder. Drop the foot down. And then Ekapada Galavasana. Ooh, this side is much harder. And the mirror is in the way. Head down. And then come back up. Good. All the way back down. Whew, child's pose. These small spaces are very difficult to do some of these poses. I don't know if you guys were hitting a sofa or maybe a cabinet, but as long as you try, right, and don't get hurt. Child's pose. Okay, come to your stomach. Bring your left forearm in front of you. Bend your right knee, reach back. Grabbing your foot, Ekapada Bakasana. So you turn the fingers forward. And you should feel the shoulder stretch. Okay, release, other side. Grab the foot, turn your fingers forward, and Ekapada Bakasana. Good, release. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Jump through and lie down. Whew. Lie all the way down. Then bend your knees, place your feet to the floor. Walk your heels close to your hips. Reach for your ankles. Chatushpadasana. Walk your shoulders deeply. Turning your feet parallel so the heels are slightly wider. Make the inner edges of your feet heavy. Lift your hips up. Good, release your hands. Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel pose. Squeeze the arms straight. Turn the feet parallel. Now make your feet heavy and then lift your hips up, squeeze the arms straight. Keep lifting the hips, squeezing the arms straight. Slowly come down. Release your legs. Turn to your right, sit up, stand up. Now, hopefully you have a wall near you because this this next one, I want you to be at a wall. You're going to bring your feet slightly away, hip width distance, and then when you bend your knees, it's almost like a chair pose. So that's how far away you need to be from the wall. Then you place your hands like you're doing Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel pose. Come to your head and then push up. Okay, you might have to walk forward a little bit. Then you push the arms straight. So make sure you gauge how far you need to be. Push your arms straight. And from there, make your legs strong, come up. Does that make sense? Make sure, sorry, I was a little bit too close, so make sure you're a little bit further away. Okay, this time we'll go the other way. So reaching your arms up, reach for the wall. So it's like a standing back bend, bringing your hips forward. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Reach your arms up, reach for the mirror, walk your hands down until they're the height of your shoulders, and see if you can push your arms straight. Push your arms straight. Lift your hips up. Lift your hips up. Good. Inhale, come back up. Hope that makes sense. Lie down. Second round, Chatushpadasana. Grab your ankles. Lift your hips up. Lift your hips up. Reach your arms over your head. Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel pose. This time, walk your feet in. Come onto your toes. Walk your feet in. Lifting your hips up. Keep your hips up. Drop your heels down. But keep lifting the hips up. Squeeze the arms straight. And slowly come down. Release your legs. Turn to your right. Sit up. Not everyone has blocks, but if you have blocks, you grab your blocks. I don't know if you can see me. You're going to place your blocks shoulder width distance, the second height, but long, okay? From there, you bring your head between the blocks. Place your hands on top of the blocks, okay? Placing your hands on top of the blocks, place your feet and bring your feet close to your hips. We push up into full wheel pose from here. Okay, from there, come to your tiptoes, walk in a little bit closer, then bring your heels down, lift your chest. So your chest is away from the mirror, lifting away from the mirror. Now take one hand, push against the wall or the mirror, and see if you can come up into that position that we were before with your arms straight. So it's like a standing back bend, and then come all the way up. Okay, then reach your arms up again, and we slowly go back. Walk the hands all the way to the blocks. Full wheel pose. Lift your chest away from the mirror or the wall, and slowly come back down. Whew. We only have time for one time of that, so lie all the way down. I know you're all thankful that we only get to do it once. Bring your feet together, right knee to your chest. Ekapada Pavanmukhasana. Gotta hurry. Left side. It's like you're racing with the clock because you don't want the video to end. Okay, both knees to your chest, especially level 2 is very challenging to do in 1 hour. I've never done a level 2 in 1 hour. Okay, happy baby. Okay, quickly. Paschimottanasana. Forward fold. We're running out of time. So, if we run out of time, thank you so much for joining me for this class. Make sure after this video you go into Shavasana. Tomorrow I'll be teaching another class at 1 p.m. on my site, Marsha, M-A-S-H-A-S-H-A. Catch me there tomorrow at 1 p.m., okay? Remember to do your Shavasana. It's very helpful. I think the video is going to end any minute now. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Shavasana. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m. on Marsha, M-A-S-H-A-S-H-A. That's my IG account. I'll see you then.